What's going on, guys? It's Frāgger again, and I am just heading on back to my base from this nice village that I found. And I have been doing a lot of resource gathering. As you can see by my diamond pickaxe, I have found diamonds, so that's really nice. And I have full iron armor, which is also very nice. I've also been to the Nether and went to a mesa biome because I needed some red sand for what we're going to be doing in today's episode. And I've just been busy gathering things for today's episode. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be starting on our Savanna village. And what I needed for that was just a bunch of acacia wood, some terracotta, and a bunch of other things like that. Some granite, some bricks, stuff like that. But now that we're getting to our little base camp here, you can kind of see what I've been busy doing. So I've got this wheat field here and some cows and some sheep and my enchantment setup and just a bunch of resources I've been gathering. And here's all the stuff that I'm going to be using in today's episode. But anyway, I'm going to kick this episode off with a nice little time lapse of the village that we're going to be building right down there. So without further ado, let's kick it off into nice time lapse mode.
It looks something like this.
back, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse there. This took me quite a bit of time to build. This has been a few days since I last spoke with you guys, and I did build this one, I think it was, off camera. Yeah, I built this one off camera, so you guys did not see this one in the time lapse. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to be building one of these with you guys. So I'm gonna be doing this one right here. I already have it laid out and planned out, and I just want to give you guys an idea of how I build these things. And before we start, I just want to say I know these are not completely accurate to what architecture in a real life savanna would look like. They would probably look more like huts than this. This is probably something you would find more in like a mesa or a desert, but I am perfectly fine with this. I did not make this with the intentions of making it accurate to real life, but anyway, I am going to be building this one with you guys today. So first thing I like to do starting out is to lay out where all of my corners are going to be, or just where all of my logs are going to be. Once you've got them all laid out, you just pick one of the posts, and I'll probably start here, and then you go up 4 blocks like this, and then come over to another post. It doesn't have to be this post. I could have gone to that post, but you just go to another post, and then you come out here and do this. And then once you have that, you just strip down all of the logs, and you do that with all of these sides here. Okay, so this is what the framework should look like. You cannot forget these logs because that is crucial to the look. I just like having them here. I think they make it look a little more authentic, I guess. But anyway, once you do that, you just come down here and you strip the rest of these logs, which won't take long at all. And then once you have these logs stripped, and this is very intensive on your axe, so just be wary of that. Anyway, once you have all those logs stripped, you take your terracotta here, and then I just line it like this, so I'm having a window here, and I will probably have a window here. And since the stairwell for the upstairs part is going to be coming down right here, I'm just going to fill this wall in completely because there's no point in having a window there. And I think I might make this the doorway to the bottom section. So for that, I just take red sandstone stair, go like that, and that should be good. So now, once you have this, all you do is you take your bricks and your granite, and then you go mess it up. You add bricks in various places. Usually what I do is 3 bricks and 2 pieces of granite, but that's not the same for every single piece. I like to mix it up sometimes. Okay, so once you have all of the downstairs done, except the floor, obviously, what you need to do is you just need to come upstairs here, and you need to frame out the upstairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this be like a balcony, I think. So you don't need to frame that part. And what we're going to do, because this is the doorway for the upstairs, is you come up 4 blocks again like downstairs, and then build over, and then you connect all of the posts here. And since this is a balcony, we don't need to frame it. So then, just like the downstairs, we're just gonna strip all of these logs and make them this nice red color. And for those of you who are wondering, because I did not mention this in the last episode, the texture pack that I'm using is Fwip's custom texture pack. I have a link to the download in the description, and if you guys want to check out his YouTube channel, which I highly recommend, I will also leave a link to that in the description. So, and then once you have that done, you do the floor for the, well, it's the ceiling for the bottom part and the floor for the top part. And then what I do here is I have a piece on each log and then go right in the middle like that. So it's that simple. And then you come over here and do this and this. So that's done. The flooring is done here. And I'll pop a torch out here. I'll pop another one in right here. And then you just get your terracotta and you frame the walls. That will be a door right there. So now that we have all of the walls in place, we can do the same thing that we did downstairs and then mess it up with these bricks and granite. So once we get the walls done on the top part, all there is left to do is the smaller details. And for that, we're going to start with this stairwell. And what I like to do is have it go up like this. So what I did here is I have a smooth red sandstone and then normal red sandstone, and every now and then I like to put a normal red sandstone block to kind of break up the smooth texture. That kind of makes it a little bit nicer in my opinion, so I like doing that. And then now we have this nice stairway up to the second floor, and then we have the entrance to this bottom floor right here. All we need to do is put the doors in here, and before we do that though, I'm going to put a ladder in. And you can put this in wherever you want, but since we have the cross beam here, don't put it on this, so I'll put mine right here. And actually I like to put that on the top like that. And then once we're up here, we just fill in the ceiling for the top floor. And once you have the ceiling filled on the top floor, you just come around here and do this, and then put these in the middle. And then there you go. This is the top floor done. And I just put a torch here so no mobs will spawn up here. And last thing to do, other than the doors, is to put buttons, these stone buttons, on each one of these. And I don't know if I have enough. And now all that's left is to do the doorways and to put a railing, I guess you could say, on the stairwell. So I will get those pieces crafted up here. Okay, so I got my acacia trapdoor and my acacia door. So what we're gonna do is up here, I like to place this in the back to get some depth on the front, and then this one I usually just place in the front like that. And then this one I place in the back again like this. And then we also do need to do the floor in here, but I usually just do coarse dirt. But anyway, once we have the doors in place, all you have to do is do the trap doors on the front here, and I usually like to line this wall here with trap doors like that. And then we come over to this wall, and then I usually do something like that. Whoops, did not mean to place you there. And then like that. So that is usually how I frame out the stairwell. So yeah, that I believe is all, again, other than the flooring down there. But you can make that whatever you want. You don't have to make it coarse dirt. But I think that's all for this house. I think that's going to be it for this episode, because I have already spent way too much time on this village for this episode. In the next episode, I think we're going to be starting on either the marketplace, which I will show you guys right now where that is going to be. So yeah, just up on top of this hill, we got the village down there and the base over there. This, I believe, is going to be where my marketplace for this village is going to be, up here. And I am planning on having the pathway come up through this cave. I believe that is where my fortress for this little city is going to be. So I think that's going to be the plan for this area. Also, the cave does go down that way, and I was thinking maybe we could have like the slums of the city, I guess you could say, down here. So it would just be like little huts that look broken down and raggedy. That's where all the peasants would live. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So have a nice day.